Talk about Paige Beckers in a positive way without bringing down Caitlin Clark. It is literally, I'm not joking when I say this, for the media, it is an impossible challenge. It is literally level impossible. Absolutely level impossible. Because I've just seen an absolutely mental headline. Mental headline, like, and I thought this might have been a parody. So it's from Sports Center, spelled like center in Ireland or England, with the R-E, the correct way to spell center. And I thought, maybe that's a mistake. Then I see like the goal check mark. The official TSN account for Canada's most comprehensive sports news program featuring highlights and exclusive features. So obviously this is like legitimate. Scotland, to be fair, they are talking about Canada versus Scotland at the men's curling championship. So I don't know how great they are, how accurate they are with sports. But the title is, after a career best 40-point performance in a Sweet 16, and our Yukon team, Paige Beckers and Yukon teammates are eyeing a national title. Something Caitlin Clark failed to do at Iowa. But first, the Huskies must have an elite eight rematch with USC. Like, what's the need? What's the point? They're looking for a national title, something that like Caitlin Clark never did. Like, well, yeah, Caitlin Clark also didn't play with 9 5-stars. Caitlin Clark not only never played with a 5-star, she played with 1 4-star in Hannah Stulke. She played with 1 4-star in 4 years of college. Maybe there was another one that I can't think of off the top of my head. She never played with a 5-star. Not only is Paige Beckers playing with 5-stars, she's playing with 3 of the last 5 number 1 recruits. 3 of the last 5. And the only players that have not gone to freaking Yukon are obviously Lauren Betts, who went to Stanford, and Jesus, I was just blanked on her name. It was Lauren Betts and it was Juju, obviously Juju. But she's playing with 9 All-American teammates. 9 All-American, 2 number 1 overall recruits. Like, what are people on about? It's like, like Beckers keeps... And by the way, she was brilliant. Like, Paige Beckers was brilliant in that game. She's fantastic. But, like, Paige is also a year older than Caitlin. And I understand, obviously, not a full calendar year, but they're born in different calendar years. They played in different age brackets growing up. Caitlin was a younger age bracket. Not only that, like, again, Paige Beckers should be. I saw the thing from, what was it? Your one on the... What's her name? I don't actually know. I need to find her name. Her Twitter name is Mamedo Kurt. Seemingly named after one of my favorite hoopers ever, one of the most underrated players of all time, Mamedo Kurt. But she was saying, she was like, you know, if Paige Beckers should be dropping 40. All these players she's played against attended the Paige Beckers camps. Obviously, I'm guessing now is a complete exaggeration. But the fact is that there is a possibility that is true. Which is mental. Like, there is a legit possibility that if Paige Beckers had a camp, maybe not in the summer 2021, but if she decided to run a camp when she was 19 years old, there is a chance that, you know, the 14-year-olds or the 15-year-olds that were at those camps are now playing against her. Obviously, I don't know of the truth of that situation. I'm guessing that it was just a joke. But, like, the fact is that even if it is a joke, the fact that that is a possibility is kind of mental. And at least she's not Sedona Prince. At least she didn't make her college debut when I was 21 years old. I'm pushing 30. So, yeah. Like, it kind of a headline without mentioning Caitlin Clark. And that's the thing where it's like, I'm sorry. If Paige Beckers wins with UConn in a year where Juju Watkins is injured and South Carolina's Ashlyn Watkins is also injured, when the next 2 best teams both have one of their... Ashlyn Watkins is both of their best player injured. Let's be real. Ashlyn Watkins was South Carolina's X factor. With Ashlyn Watkins playing, they don't lose. Like, and I'm pretty sure they lost 1 game. And then they got to come through Lauren Betts as well. And this is a team that legitimately has... They're all 5 stars other than Caitlin Chen. Like, this is a team when people are talking about... What year is it? Elle Alfie? She's a sophomore, is she? I just want to see what... Because obviously Elle Alfie was a big player for UConn. Like, they're big. I just need to see what class she was in. So she's a freshman this year. She was on... Oh, obviously, and I know she played in Egypt, but I still would have thought that if she'd gone to UConn, she would have been a ranked player, because obviously Lara Sumfai is. What was El Alfie? So, can I find her? Okay, so it doesn't seem that... I don't know what recruiting class she was in. I can't find it here, but like, you've got El Alfie, who is unbelievable for the Egypt national team, and she's just considered she's not doing great for UConn this entire year. You've got how many 5 stars are there at UConn that people are like, oh, they're not great? But like, Paige Beckers should be winning this. And I mean this, like anything other, especially, again, with South Carolina not having Ashlyn Watkins, with Sarah Strong being the best freshman realistically since Juju, to be fair. I was about to say since her and Caitlin Clark, but Juju was Juju. But you have got an absolute elite team. And this is where the pressure is on for Paige Beckers. If Paige Beckers is as good as people think she is, not only should they win, it should be a disaster of epic proportions if they lost. Because let's be real. The argument towards Caitlin Clark, if what was rumored that Lauren Betts was considering going to Iowa, if Lauren Betts went to Iowa to play with Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark lost, we are having different conversations. We are having completely different conversations. But obviously, when you've got Addie O'Grady as your backup center and a small or a undersized power forward playing center and Kate Martin guarding Camila Cardoso, you're not going to blame Caitlin Clark for losing that game. But if Lauren Betts was there, we have a different conversation. Not only that, even if Lauren Betts was at freaking Iowa, there would still be less number 5-star recruits than the UConn team. This UConn team is so stacked. You've got AZ Fudd, who's healthy. You've got Paige Beckers healthy. You've got Sarah Strong, who's exceptional. You've got all these players that are meant to be elite. If they don't get it done, it's on them. And even if they do get it done, okay, that's the expectation. That is the expectation. And I mean that. No one's out here saying that Raven Johnson is better than Caitlin Clark because Raven Johnson has a couple of natties and she might get another one this year. Actually, those crazy South Carolina fans. One thing I will say is, fair play. Like, no one is more loyal than South Carolina fans to players. Like, Raven Johnson could have zeros across the board, shoot 0 for 10 from the field, be a minus 35 on the floor, but if the team wins by 1 point, they'll find a way to credit Raven Johnson for winning them that game. But this is just a ridiculous headline. It's another ridiculous headline. And why is it not possible to praise Paige Beckers? And by the way, if Paige Beckers is as good as people want to argue she is, it shouldn't be an if. It should be a when they win, and it should be a when they win every single game by 30 points. Because if you put in Caitlin Clark to this UConn team for Paige, it's not a if they win. Heck, this team's not a 2 seed. This team is undefeated for the entire year and trying to go undefeated. Let's be real. If you gave Caitlin Clark got to an NCAA championship final with Hannah Stuckey, who's a good player, probably not WNBA level. Hannah Stuckey, Kate Martin, who's a role player, fair enough. Gabby Marshall, 5'6", Seda Fulter, McKenna Warnock, Taylor McCabe. Like, she brought that team. What's her name? Who can't even get in right now. Jeez, I forgot the backup center's name. O'Grady. So, she got that team to beat UConn. If you gave her Sarah Strong, even El Alfie, she'd probably turn El Alfie into a freaking All-American. If you gave her Sarah Strong, AZ Fudd, El Alfie, and you had Ashley Shade off the bench, as well as, again, KK Arnold sometimes is good. Ice Brady can give you something. That team, it's a formality they win. And not only that, Paige is older. But, like, I'm sorry. If Caitlin goes back for year 5 and wins, people would hold it against her. And somehow Caitlin Clark goes and has a great WNBA season. It's held against her by a player going back for year 5. Come on now. Anyway, I'll see you guys.